There are many holy relics associated with the life of Jesus Christ. Many were discovered centuries ago and are on display. Some are not on display but still are well known. Here in this video, we bring the top 10 relics of Jesus Christ. So enjoy this fascinating list and be sure to mention any others you know in the comment section below. For the first time viewer, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and remember to hit that bell icon to receive all updates for future videos. Number 1. The Holy Tunic of Christ. The Holy Tunic of Christ is said to have been worn by Jesus during or shortly before his crucifixion. It is preserved at the Cathedral of Trier in Germany in the Gospel of John. The soldiers cast lots on who would receive the tunic because it was woven in one single piece. Hence, it is also known as the seamless robe. Then the soldiers, when they had crucified Jesus, took his garments and divided them into 4 parts. To every soldier a part and the coat. Now the coat was without seam, woven whole from the top down. Number 2. The Holy Lance. The Holy Lance, also known as the Spear of Destiny or Holy Spear, is the name given to the lance that pierced Jesus' side as he hung on the cross in John's account of the crucifixion. The lance is mentioned only in the Gospel of John, which states that the Romans planned to break Jesus' legs, a practice known as crurifragium, which was a method of hastening the end of life during a crucifixion. Just before they did so, they realized that Jesus had already died and that there was no reason to break his legs. To make sure that he was not alive, a Roman soldier, named in extra-biblical tradition as Longinus, stabbed him in his side. Number 3. Veil of Veronica. The Veil of Veronica, which according to legend was used to wipe the sweat from Jesus' brow as he carried the cross, is also said to bear the likeness of the face of Christ. Today, several images claim to be the Veil of Veronica in St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, which purports to be the same Veronica as was revered in the Middle Ages. Very few inspections are recorded in modern times, and there are no detailed photographs. The most detailed recorded inspection of the 20th century occurred in 1907 when Jesuit art historian Joseph Wilpert was allowed to remove 2 plates of glass to inspect the image. Number 4. Iron Crown of Lombardy. The Iron Crown of Lombardy is both a reliquary and one of the most ancient royal insignia of Europe. The Iron Crown is so called from a narrow band of iron about 1 centimeter within it, said to be beaten out of one of the nails used at the crucifixion. The outer circlet of the crown is of 6 segments of beaten gold, partly enamels, joined together by hinges and set with 22 gemstones that stand out in relief, in the form of crosses and flowers. The small size of the present crown was caused by a readjustment after the loss of 2 segments, as described in historical documents. Number 5. Dandelion. The image of Edessa, also known as the Dandelion, was allegedly sent by Jesus himself to King Abgar V of Edessa to cure him of leprosy, with a letter declining an invitation to visit the king. The story of this image is the product of centuries of development, during which the image was lost and reappeared several times. Today, 2 images claim to be the Dandelion. One is the Holy Face of Genoa at the Church of St. Bartholomew of the Armenians in Genoa, the other the Holy Face of San Silvestro, kept in the Church of San Silvestro in Capite in Rome up to 1870, now in the Matilda Chapel of the Vatican Palace. Number 6. Crown of Thorns. In the night between Maundy Thursday and Good Friday, Roman soldiers mocked Christ and his sovereignty by placing a thorny crown on his head. The crown housed in the Paris Cathedral is a circle of canes bundled together and held by gold threads. The thorns were attached to this braided circle, which measures 21 centimeters in diameter. The thorns were divided up over the centuries by the Byzantine emperors and the kings of France. There are 70, all the same type, which have been confirmed as the original thorns. The crown of thorns is without a doubt the most precious and most revered. Number 7. Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is a sacred object figuring in literature and certain Christian traditions, most often identified with the dish, plate, or cup used by Jesus at the Last Supper and said to possess miraculous powers. The work of Leonardo da Vinci presents the Holy Grail as a derivative of sangreal, literally meaning holy blood, i.e. blood lineage of Jesus with his alleged wife Mary Magdalene, which has been kept hidden up to date. The early Grail romances centered on Percival and were woven into the more general Arthurian fabric. Some of the Grail legend is interwoven with legends of the Holy Chalice. Number 8. The Shroud of Turin. The Shroud of Turin is the best known relic of Jesus and one of, if not, the most studied artifact in human history. Believers contend that the shroud is the cloth placed on the body of Jesus Christ at the time of his burial, and that the face image is the holy face of Jesus. Detractors contend that the artifact postdates the crucifixion of Jesus by more than a millennium. Both sides of the argument use science and historical documents to make their case. In 1958, Pope Pius XII approved of the image in association with the Roman Catholic devotion to the holy face of Jesus. Number 9. The True Cross. In the Christian tradition, the true cross refers to the actual cross used in the crucifixion of Jesus. Today, many fragments of wood are claimed as true cross relics, but in most cases it is hard to establish their authenticity. Pieces of the purported true cross, including the half of the INRI inscription tablet, are preserved at the ancient Basilica Santa Croce in Jerusalem in Rome. Very small pieces or particles of the true cross are reportedly preserved in hundreds of other churches in Europe and inside crucifixes. Number 10. Scala Sancta. The Scala Sancta, or Holy Stairs, are, according to the Christian tradition, the steps that led up to the praetorium of Pontius Pilate in Jerusalem, which Jesus Christ stood on during his passion on his way to trial. The stairs were reputedly brought to Rome by Saint Helena in the 4th century. For centuries, the Scala Sancta has attracted Christian pilgrims who wish to honor the passion of Jesus. It consists of 28 white marble steps, now encased by wooden steps, located in a building which incorporates part of the old Lateran Palace, located opposite the Basilica of St. John Lateran. So that's all. Please subscribe and thank you for watching.